All right, J-Mac, we were talking about Adam Silver and his issues with players making trade demands, i.e. Anthony Davis, i.e. Paul George, who shocked everyone by going to the Clippers in that trade with Kawhi Leonard as a free agent. But Adam Silver, if he is really serious about this, he's got to understand that the player empowerment movement was started by LeBron James. This is a part of LeBron's legacy. We know LeBron's basketball legacy is going to be great. One of the top players of all time. I say second best to Michael Jordan, though that's fluid. We'll see. He won't beat Jordan. He won't pass Jordan, but he may be.
Ladies and gentlemen,
second.
Did you hear how he
may be
slid
third,
that in?
maybe fourth.
Did you hear how Broussard? It's fluid. We'll see. Who's going to come up and catch LeBron?
Well, what if, Kevin Durant wins 3 more titles?
He ain't playing this year.
No, but
we're not looking.
He's not going to play 3 seasons.
Future,
I'm just saying everything is fluid.
First of all,
if guys start winning more championships,
gosh, I can't wait to get to that time.
If guys start winning more championships, and outplaying, LeBron,
it's more than
that's
just
all it
rings,
is.
though. But yes, I would agree with you.
It's more than rings, but everything is fluid.
Power.
Right now, LeBron James is the second best player of all time.
I go 1B.
Does that mean 10 years from now?
Michael Jordan is 1A.
What is 1B?
That's how close it is. Closer than 1-2, 1A, 1B. It's that close for me.
Hold on. Who is number one? Who's number one?
Michael Jordan is 1A.
When we do numbers, we don't do 1A, 1B.
I do.
1C.
I do.
No, I don't. You're not making the rules.
Why?
There are numbers. There are numbers that we go by in American society. Yes. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. It's not 1A, 1B, 2, 2B,
it can
3.
Be.
No.
Yes.
So when you say LeBron is 1B and Michael Jordan is 1A, you're really saying Michael Jordan's 1, LeBron is 2.
I think they're virtual equals. That's how close it is.
Are they equals?
That's how close it is.
Are they equals?
I don't think he's definitely 2. It's not like this is a race and look at the film at the end of the race. Michael Jordan finished first, LeBron finished second. No, I think it's closer than that, Chris. And I do think there are shades of gray and there's nuance in some of these subjective discussions about who's the greater player. And when you add LeBron's player empowerment, that's another big positive in his ledger. It certainly does. In the GOAT discussion, I believe that's part of it.
No,
what LeBron has meant to the league is enormous. You can't just look at numbers. It's a full
what he's
bowl
meant
of
to
soup.
the league. It's when we say the GOAT, we are talking about on the court. And even if you want to talk off, now obviously off the court in terms of social issues, LeBron has done way more than Michael Jordan did. But Michael Jordan, with his branding, with the Jordan brand, becoming the first African-American owner in the National Basketball Association, that means something as well. So I'm just saying he hasn't been a bum off
I've
the
said
court.
this on social.
But my point is, when we talk about GOAT, we're talking about basketball.
But this is what makes it challenging, Chris, okay? Michael Jordan beat up a watered-down NBA in the 1990s. That is an unequivocal fact, okay? Magic Johnson.
What made it watered down?
I'm telling you right now, Magic Johnson was defeated by Jordan in Jordan's first title. And then Magic retired, unfortunately, because of the health issue. Isaiah Thomas had the injury and then was done. The great dynasties, Celtics, they were all done when Michael Jordan took over in the early 90s. They beat up a lot of really, really good players, but the dynasties were gone. LeBron is facing much more challenging super teams in his era than Jordan ever faced. I'm sorry, but the Utah Jazz were the toughest challenge for Michael Jordan. Hornacek, Stockton, Malone, look at who LeBron's going up against. And that's why I have it 1A, 1B. Okay? I'll tell you right now, this era of the super teams is
having it 1A and 1B is having LeBron second, Jordan first.
The super team era
LeBron
is
1A and
so
Jordan
much more
1B.
challenging. Those teams in the 90s, there's a reason Jordan was favored every year. I saw a great stat.
because he was Michael Jordan. Seriously.
Because, he only...
That's why.
Here's a great fact.
Because he was Michael Jordan.
I said this on my Saturday show. The stats are unbelievable here. How many All-Stars did Michael Jordan play with? Yeah, take your time on this one. How many All-Stars did Michael Jordan play with?
In his career?
in Chicago
that were all-stars when they played with him?
When Michael Jordan won his 6 rings, how many all-stars did he play with?
During his 6 rings. Horace Grant made 1, I believe.
Not when Michael Jordan was Jordan was retired. The answer is 1, Scottie Pippen. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen took down the league.
So that sounds like an argument for Michael Jordan.
No, the argument is, wow, he only had 1 good teammate? How bad was the league? I'm telling you, man, the East in the 90s and the entire NBA was so watered down compared to what it is now. It ain't even close. And by the way, hold on, Rob G, do not open the phone lines because all the meatballs and the yahoos on there, they're going to be coming after me. I'm not taking calls on this. These are
Why, you
facts.
afraid?
Go ahead. No, because I deal with this garbage on
These
Twitter
are facts.
and Instagram all the time.
Here's the fact. I will give you that Jordan did not play in the super team era. He didn't play against super teams, nor did he have a super team. Okay? He had Scottie Pippen, who he built, who he nurtured, who he taught. Scottie Pippen came from Central Arkansas, I believe. Okay? Scottie Pippen averaged about 7 points as a rookie, and you could watch his game develop. And as he developed, you said every year, you can see how he's learning from Jordan.
Yeah.
And he benefited from playing with Jordan because obviously Jordan drew attention.
And he benefited from getting beat up by the Pistons and the migraines. And oh, by the way, I totally forgot.
You're making my argument. Now, let me finish. You went off for 4 minutes. When you disrespect Scottie Pippen, you're making my argument.
Not disrespecting Pippen. Top 50 player all time NBA history.
But I don't know why you threw in the migraines and all that. My point is that Jordan didn't have a super team. Nobody had a super team. That was an era where teams had 1 or 2 superstars, including Jordan's team. And the reason they were favored was because he was better, clearly, than everybody else. That's why.
He's so much better. He didn't win anything until Phil Jackson came along. Didn't win a damn thing. Couldn't get out of the East until Phil Jackson showed up.
And LeBron didn't win anything until he played with Dwayne.
LeBron got to the finals in 07,
McIntyre,
Chris.
I'm not going to interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
Got to the finals by himself in 07.
Did he win
by a 23. He got swept.
Did he win
He got to the finals.
Look.
By himself.
Hold on. You brought up that Michael Jordan didn't win anything until Phil Jackson. And I brought up, okay, well, LeBron James didn't win anything until Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
He got
you really want to nitpick championships? The bottom line is Jordan beat down the way LeBron dominated the East is the way Jordan dominated the entire league. And that's a fact. And now we're not in a super team era right now. So this is LeBron's chance. Now it's more like it was when Jordan played. Everybody's got 1 or 2 superstars. So if LeBron runs through the league the way Jordan did, then okay. Yeah. And I love LeBron. I'm just saying he's number 2. And so are you. 1A, 1B is 1, 2. I didn't hear you say LeBron is 1A, Jordan's 1B.
You know what we should
All
do?
you said is it's close. And I say it's close too. But Jordan is the number 1.
Here's what we should do. Gosh, this is going to be good. All right. You just were like, all the teams had multiple superstars.
You didn't even let me get into my topic. I mean,
we will. We got time.
I wasn't even going here.
We should do a top 10 players of the 90s when Jordan dominated versus the top 10 players now when LeBron is struggling to win all these titles. Right now would wipe the floor with those guys in the 90s. I can't believe you're not on my side here, Broussard.
What is
Michael Jordan ran into Juggernaut.
Stop for a second.
I'm still going. No, you just had your turn.
No, your side is that Jordan is 1 and LeBron is 2. I'm saying that.
Michael Jordan.
You're trying to miss word. You're trying to soften it by 1A, 1B. All you're saying is 1, 2, and it's close.
Michael Jordan.
Don't give me the 1A, 1B.
Got knocked out of the first round how many times in the 80s?
LeBron didn't even make the playoffs his first 2 years.
Okay, and
Carmelo did. Carmelo took a 17-win team to the playoffs his first year. LeBron didn't.
And then,
am I going to hold that against him?
What happened when LeBron turned, 23, took down, I believe the defending, or the 2 years before the Pistons were champions, took them down by himself with who was the second best player? Damon Jones? Who was the second best player?
No.
The big guy, Z. Ilgauskas?
The second best player was Larry Hughes, but he was hurt for much of that.
Sideshow Bob, what's that, Anderson Varejao? Look at those
First
rosters,
of all, it's
Chris.
Varejao.
Michael Jordan
Varejao.
never did anything close to what LeBron did in 07, getting all the way to the finals by himself.
Never.
Chris, he could not beat the Pistons or Celtics in the 80s by himself. LeBron beat the Pistons, who won, I believe, 2 years prior. Took them down by himself.
Look, first of all, I don't want to sit here and disparage LeBron James. Because as I said, he's the second best player of all time. Okay? But it's not, right now, it's not close. And you're right, it's not only rings. But let's go to some other things. Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 straight years when he was healthy. He led the league in steals 3 times. LeBron has led the league in one category 1 time, scoring once. Michael Jordan had a better post game. Michael Jordan was a better foul shooter. Michael Jordan, I think, was a better finisher at the rim. So the argument is not only rings. Michael Jordan also fit better into a system. He didn't dominate the ball. He shot a lot, but he didn't over dribble and dominate the ball like that. So it was easier for players to fit around him. Those are things that make Michael Jordan better. Now, I do think there's an argument for LeBron. To me, the argument for LeBron, one thing you said, the super team argument. Okay, he's playing in the era of super teams. Jordan didn't. The second thing is the longevity. LeBron is going to be much higher in the points and assists. He's going to be the only player, top 10 assists, top 5 points. That's an argument. And the other argument is that I agree that LeBron could do more with less. He's done what he did in 07 with that Cavs team was phenomenal. And what he does, like, you can put anybody around him and he's going to turn them into a great team. I'll give you that. And I think he does that better than even Jordan or anybody else. That's because LeBron is a lot like a Wilt Chamberlain, where Wilt was so great and so much better than everybody else individually, but Wilt was the system. And LeBron becomes the system. And they're so good that they make a team great, but when it comes to beating a 4 or 5 man basketball team, a one-man show doesn't do it. Wilt was a one-man show scoring and rebounding. LeBron's been a one-man show in that he does everything for his team.
I'm just curious.
And that's why you lose. San Antonio, when they beat Miami in 2014, they were old. Duncan was a shell of himself. Ginobili and Parker toward the end of their prime. Kawhi Leonard was a baby. But they played team basketball and were skilled, and they took out a one-man show.
Who would you say is the best team Michael Jordan defeated in the finals? The best team?
The best team. The Utah teams were tough. The Seattle team was very good that year with Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf. I believe Hershey Hawkins played on that team.
Oh, dear.
I know you weren't following basketball at that time, but those were some good teams. I was a
young kid liking basketball. So that Utah Jazz team
the
you just
Charles
mentioned.
Barkley Phoenix team was great. Kevin Johnson was phenomenal when he was healthy.
That Utah Jazz team you just mentioned, let's just start with them. Karl Malone, very awesome player, top 30 player all time. John Stockton.
Arguably, Karl Malone is top 30.
Jeff Hornacek.
John Stockton.
Byron Russell. Greg Ostertag. I'm just going to toss this out. The 73-win Warriors defeat the Utah Jazz of 97 in what? 4-game sweep, or is it 4-1? I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Michael Jordan defeated that Jazz team, and we thought, oh, that Jazz team's great. They would get smoked, absolutely dismembered and humiliated by this Golden State Warriors dynasty. Oh, yeah. I'm even talking about the 73-win pre-Durant Warriors. That team would crush these Jazz. LeBron beat the 73-win Warriors. Jordan does not have a number one incredible, amazing series win like that. And your argument would be, well, they were just better than everybody.
He was that much better than
everybody else just wasn't that good. Maybe that's the reality, Chris.
He was that much better than everybody. Seriously. I mean, that's just a fact. That's why he's the GOAT. Michael Jordan changed conventional wisdom. When Michael Jordan came into the league, the belief was that you could not lead the league in scoring and win championships. Because the 2 years Wilt Chamberlain led the league in score or won championships, he only won 2. The first one was in his, I believe, his 7th year. Check that out, Rob G. He averaged 24 points a game. That was the lowest scoring average of his career to that point. His second championship, he averaged 14 points a game. That was the lowest of his career to that point. My point is, conventional wisdom was like, you can't lead the league in scoring and win championships. Larry Bird, as great as he was, as great a scorer as he was, never led the league in scoring. Magic and Kareem, when they were winning championships with the Lakers, neither of them led the league in scoring. Michael Jordan comes along, leads the league in scoring every year, and wins 6 championships, essentially 6 straight. Second thing he conventional wisdom that he dismantled. You couldn't build a dynasty around a shooting guard. Jerry West was the logo, as great as he was, couldn't make it a dynasty because he was a guard. Oscar Robertson, as great as he was, couldn't become a dynasty because he was a guard. Here comes Michael Jordan, a 2 guard, not even a point guard. And you build a dynasty around him. He changed conventional wisdom. That's another argument for him.
So
and here's the other thing. We never saw Jordan have a failure like LeBron had against Dallas.
That is the big mark against him. I can't believe it took that long.
We don't have one of those against Jordan.
So is player empowerment pro for LeBron the same as changing conventional wisdom for Jordan?
No, because it's off the court.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue with you off the court. LeBron has been far more impressive.
How do we get on LeBron?
Because I was just saying that LeBron's the second best player in the world or ever.
Oh, you're hung up on the 1A,
second best player in the world ever. And you jumped on me for that.
Okay. How about this? We'll close it out. We'll close it out with this.
I had to sun you.
And I don't want to embarrass you too bad.
We should open up the call line. All right, Rob in Tulsa. You're on the Dan Patrick Show with Chris and Jason. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Thanks for taking my call this morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Broussard, man. I think you got him, man, on the debate. You know, this is a age-old debate that I don't think it gets old at all.
All right.
I think the argument that the Warriors would have dismantled the Jazz doesn't take into the effect that basketball was completely different during that era. The way that they play the game now would not have lent itself to the finesse of the Warriors. And I think people miss that. The game was so physical back then that I don't think the Warriors could have stood up. Steph Curry, I love the guy. I'm a North Carolinian at heart, you know, and I love him. I love Clay. I love all those guys. But I don't think that they would have stood up to the physicality of not just the Jazz, but just the way the game was played during the era that Jordan was around.
It is very difficult to compare teams. I've had players tell me, or ex-players, like, it's impossible now to compare. Because how do you factor in the three-point shot and the physicality? Let's go to Joe in Burbank. Joe, you're on the Dan Patrick Show with Chris and J-Mac. What do you think, Jordan or LeBron, Broussard or McIntyre?
Well, Chris, believe me, one-on-one, first pick in the draft, you might take Jordan. I get that. But what Jason's saying is 100% right about a watered-down league in the era Jordan played. The competition was just not there. If he's hitting a dramatic, great game-winning shot over Craig Elo, that would not happen in Magic.
See, that's a great point. Chris, Chris, let me add something. Hold on.
I don't mean to bag on Elo, but come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, in the world of analytics, that will prove itself if you do go back and listen or have Jason point out his facts.
Yeah.
One-on-one, okay, you can have Jordan best, that's fine. But the fact that what he's trying to prove is that the 6 championships was in a totally non-competitive league is 100%.
Hey, thank you for the call. Let me add this. Someone just sent this note, great note that I had not considered. There were 2 expansion teams in 1988, 2 in 1989, 2 in 95. That's 6 expansion teams in 7 seasons. Watered down NBA.
But
Continue.
Jordan dominated it.
Continue.
Dominated it. I mean, period. All right, let's go to Pete in Los Angeles. Pete, you're on the Dan Patrick Show with Chris and J-Mac. Who you got, Jordan or LeBron?
Absolutely, 100% Jordan. When you look at the teams in the East in his era, the Bad Boy Pistons, the New York Knicks with Anthony Mason and Charles Oakley, Jordan was getting beat up there. By the time he got to the finals, the West wasn't as physical as the East, and Jordan never let it get to a 7th game. He took everybody out in 6 games or less in the finals. If Jordan played in this era with a no hand checking, he would have 50 a night easily.
Hey, that's what some of the Jalen Rose said the same thing. I go with 40. I think Jordan could average 40 in this era.
Wait, the guy who got
Not
81
50.
dropped on him by Kobe is saying that Michael Jordan would have. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
that doesn't mean he doesn't know. Pete, good call. Let's go to Dustin in Wisconsin. Dustin, you're on the Dan Patrick Show with Chris and J-Mac. Who you got?
LeBron may be the best athlete that the NBA has ever seen, but Broussard is right in terms of Jordan being the greatest player in NBA history. Reasons for that are, when Jordan played, there was no such thing as a super team. Now, with the way free agency works, players get with other players, they combine agents, and they kind of try to make these all-star teams to just dominate the league. Jordan also retired once in the middle of a three-peat, played baseball for 2 years, then came back and won another three-peat.
Right.
I don't even think LeBron James could even pull that off if he were to retire now. And just what the last caller said as well, the physicality of the league in the 90s is nothing compared to what it is now. LeBron would not last nearly as long in the league in the 90s playing the way he's played in this generation of basketball.
Good call, Dustin. Yeah, look, here's the thing too, J-Mac. In Jordan's era, once he started winning, he shut out everybody else. No one else could get a championship. Barkley, Ewing, Malone, Stockton, Gary Payton, David Robinson, he shut them all out. They no one else could eat. In LeBron's era, everybody else is getting championships. Some is more than him, as many as him. Steph's getting his rings. KD's getting his rings. Kawhi's getting his rings. Dirk got his ring. Duncan got rings. I mean, everybody's getting rings under LeBron's watch. That's what I'm saying. He just hasn't dominated the league the way Michael Jordan did. You can talk about eras all you want, but who owned their era more, LeBron or Jordan?
Well, I think the reason is because the level of players are so much better. I mean, Gary Payton, really nice player, Hall of Famer. Steph Curry is a much better player. Much better.
Steph Curry's better than just about everybody else who played. But Gary Payton was great.
Steph Curry would have been like the second best player of the 90s. Well, third if you count Shaq. It's just not even close. But in an effort to move on in the show, to get to many more good topics, I'll just take a victory here. I won't do a victory lap.
Look, we're
and we'll
taking
move on.
calls.
I'll move on.
We're taking calls, and you're taking L's, all right? Because everybody except one guy said,
Bob in Tulsa.
Jordan. Let's go to Sharon in California. Sharon, you're on with Chris
Kobe.
and J-Mac.
So this is not an L. This is not an L. This is a W. Kobe. Kobe has retired, and all of a sudden, everybody in L.A. is forgetting about Kobe. So Jordan or LeBron, I'm going with Jordan, and number 2 in line is Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
so that's it.
Come on, let's
give
not
me
go
your
down that
argument.
rabbit
Hold
hole.
on, Sharon. Give me your argument for
Sharon,
Kobe.
Come on.
Kobe changed a culture. Kobe changed a culture.
How?
LeBron, and I love the Lakers, okay? Inglewood, I love the Lakers all my life.
Right.
But when you compare Kobe as a Laker, I know LeBron has only been here for a minute. We already labeled him the king. King of what? He ain't won nothing. He's been hurt more than he's been on the court.
Well, Kobe's certainly been a greater Laker, but you're saying Kobe is a better player than LeBron? You know,
Yes,
both
sir.
in their primes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I can't go. Look, Kobe's great, all-time great, but I can't put him over LeBron.
I can't put him over Steph Curry.
I will say this, Sharon. I'll give you this.
I'm not putting
and
him over
everybody
Kevin
else
Durant.
listening. I will say this. If you talk to most ex-players I've talked to,
They love Kobe.
do put Kobe ahead of LeBron. Is that been
Let's
your
not
experience
do this,
as well?
Chris. Let's not.
Is that
do,
your
please.
experience?
It's insanity. I don't understand the
Is
Kobe
that
love.
your experience?
Yes, I was living on the East
All
Coast
right,
at the
that's all
time.
I was asking.
wasn't locked into the Kobe era when he rode Shaq's coattails to 3 rings. And then couldn't do
Don't
anything
disrespect Kobe
until
like
Pau
that.
Gasol
Hold on.
showed up.
Don't
I'm
disrespect
sorry
Kobe
for
like
repeating
that.
facts. You know that Shaq was a
Kobe
three-time MVP
averaged
in the
like
finals.
20. Yeah,
He did. He had a good run. Yeah, he was a
there's
nice player.
there's no shame in
So
playing
we
second
can
fiddle
go
to Shaq.
after Steph Curry for not winning a Finals MVP, but then you repeat the same thing. Oh, Kobe was not the Finals MVP the first three
I don't
times.
go after Shaq. I don't go after Steph for that.
Yeah, because
So don't say me.
Curry's perfect.
Because I don't think Finals MVP is the end all be all.
100%, and he should have got it over Iguodala. Anyways.